Hello. We're going to the second fight for the last tier of the Eden Raid series now. This one's the 10th fight in the entire Eden Raid series. Eden's Promise Litany.
So this all took place 100 years ago. But what does it have to do with Gaia?
The Shadowkeeper. I think this is a mount now. You can buy it on the log station, I think. Okay, so to start off, we've got this square stage. This stuff out here, if you walk into it, you will die. I went to confirm that. Let's confirm it. Yeah, you straight up die. Okay, so try to not walk into the outside. Main tank turns the boss around from everyone. Okay, forward implosion. This is going to do a front cleave based on where the boss's hitbox is. So like the very front of the hitbox, everything in front is going to get cleaved. So make sure you're in the back. Okay, so this is where it can get a little tricky, alright? I am the Shadowkeeper, there's no escape from me. Okay, the Shadowkeeper prepares to reveal his true form. From this angle, you might not be able to see it, but this dog thing turned around, right? It's facing this way now, but that's just to, what's the word? Juke? It's like where you're running towards someone, but then you like turn the other way. That's just to like distract you, really. This thing down here is what you actually want to look at. This is a bad angle. This is a bad angle, but this thing over here, this thing on the side, let's see. This thing on the side over here is a shadow, is like the shadow of the shadow. It's the back, and then after a moment, this thing shows up. So this one is called forward shadow implosion, which is different than what we had here, which was just forward implosion. So when we see the visible boss thing here, that's different than when we go over here and the cast bar says forward shadow implosion. So the shadow part is the key to like basically almost not dying. Okay, so here it looks like, oh, the boss turned around, it's doing forward implosion. Okay, so that means this is gonna get cleaved? No, that's not necessarily true. Because the shadow part is a part of the cast bar, and like they're also saying this caption and this caption revealing its true form, you have to look for where it is on the stage, the back of the thing. There, see it's forming. This thing is forming over here, and so that's the behind. This is the behind, okay? And then you get this. Now, like the doggy is here, and this is like its paw, his other paw. This leg is from the one that's facing forward. Okay, so it's hard to see with the dithering, but eventually the other one goes away, and then you can see the shadow form of the doggy. Okay, and then this is a tail, and this is one of the legs. You know what I'm saying? And then it's got another paw here, and a paw here. See this? Okay. Oh, okay. So that means this is the front that's gonna get cleaved. Based on this shadowy thingy that popped up earlier, this indicates that this is the back of the shadow version and it's facing this way. So that took a while for me to figure out, and this run was the first time I had done this in a very, very long time, so I didn't really pick up on that. So we'll see me do all sorts of random stuff, not necessarily on purpose, in this run. Yeah, so I didn't make it, so I got hit 10k in a bone stack, right? So that's going to be one of the trickiest things, figuring out if it's going to be the actual boss where it's looking at, or if it's going to be the shadow version that is doing the mechanic. That's the trickiest thing, I would say, in this particular fight. Deep Shadow Nova is going to be raid wipe. There are other like tiny tricky things, but if you can't figure out the shadow thing, then you're going to get cleaved a bunch. Okay, backward implosion. It's kind of looking backwards, and then the tail is up, and so that means it's going to swipe the back based on the hitbox here. Okay, so the back gets cleaved. And then here, backward shadow implosion. So this shadow thing shows up, right? And this is the back. Whenever you see this, you can consider this the back. And so that means this side will get cleaved. Because it's not necessarily that like the back over here is going to get cleaved. It's more like in a moment the other version. Oh, wait. What did it look like? Its tail is up, and then it's like looking back, kind of. Like that. I think it's the other way, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it would hit the back of the hitbox that way. See? There it goes. It's showing up. So this one that's more like visible is gonna dissolve away, and then now we just see the shadow version of it. So this is the back one. Tricky business. Okay, now we get the lucid form one. Is that what it's called? Lucid? Okay, spawn shadow. This one is going to create 3 different shadow versions. One of them is going to get tethered to the main boss. Okay, so there's one here, and there's one over here. And so you have to like look around and figure out which one that is tethered. Cloaked in Shadow Island. Wait, okay, so it's this one. And you can see there's one over here, right. And now they're gonna jump around. And you kinda just gotta count. So the one that was over here jumped here. So, well, that's how I handle it. I count. So it's one, it started here, and then 1 rotation, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then one more, 5. And so this is the one that was tethered to the boss originally. So, okay, in this run I didn't know what I was doing. But technically you would run to this one over there, because it's going to do a front cleave. There you go. That one will do a front cleave, and everything will get hit. And so you want to go behind it over here. Okay. So if you get hit with that, you get 15k and a bone step. Give or take. I'm a tank, so you know, sometimes I take less damage because of more my gear and stuff. Okay, Deep Shadow Nova is the raid wipe. And yeah, okay, let's take a look at the other footage just to review that. To review all of that. Okay, forward implosion, so it's going to cleave in front, so stand behind it. Look, it's a shadow Dark Knight. Okay, forward shadow implosion. Key here is the shadow version, okay? And so I see the butt shadow over here, so that means this is the front, and therefore I want to stand in the back over here because it's doing the forward version. There we go. Okay, it's cleaving this side. Yeah, in my other run, I was like over here, my camera was just blocking the way, so whenever you see the shadow thingy in between a cast, you gotta turn your camera to figure out if the shadow's like on the other side of the boss. That's where I kind of was having issues before. There's a raid light. Oh, my roommate's back from his long trip, by the way. Oh, backwards implosion. Okay, so they're just gonna hit the back, and so we need to be on this side. So he came back from his long trip, and so that's why my cat hasn't been around. They're hanging out and stuff. Okay, backward shadow implosion. So this is the shadow I see. This is the back, and so this side's gonna get cleaved. Even though the tail is up over here, this is the one that's gonna go away. The actual one is over here. I just remembered saying that my roommate is back because he cooked dinner tonight, and my throat hurts a little because of the sauce that he used. Okay, so then the dogs figure out, I'm pretty sure these are dogs, right? Wolves? Figure out which one's tethered, and then keep track of where it jumps. It can go clockwise or counterclockwise, and then it can also just like at the very end go backwards, back the other direction. And so you gotta like figure out, you gotta count it, or just like stare at it, or follow other people. Okay. So this one is here, right? And so I'm keeping an eye on it. And it's going 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then it turns around. It's like, okay. Then I'm just gonna go behind it. There you go. Yeah. So if it's in this corner, sometimes it will be like an actual like corner. And then if it is if it ends up on like this side, for example, in this configuration, then this one you would have a whole line AoE up, a whole like strip here that you can stand on. Whereas in this corner, you got a triangle. You know, so it just really depends where they end up on the stage. So like if you think it's over here and then you end up you're like, oh, it's on that side, therefore I can stand here. No, that's not the case. You have to be behind the actual little dog wolf. I'm gonna mix that up a bunch. Okay, fade to shadow. We got some shadow stuff here. There's also some shadow stuff on that side. And they're both tethered. And so these are gonna do big line circle AoEs. You don't have to run all the way this far. It's like something like this or something. But you need to go into the diagonals. Okay, yeah, so like with this. So you can stand on the other side or you can stand over here. Later though, we're gonna get some mechanics that overlap, and so you can only be on one of those sides, and we'll see that. Okay, at this point, the boss stands up and like grabs this sword, and then there's this huge circle AoE, so you want to get out of this. Oh, if you get hit, you get Von Stack, and you take some damage. But yeah, so it's got a big sword now, and so when it does Umbral Smash, it's the tank buster. It's gonna swipe at the main tank 4 times or so, and each time they're gonna get this slashing resistance down, and so their slashing resistance is reduced. And so if you're running this and like, you know, your gear is not super good, or you're doing this minimum eye level, then right after you got this tank buster, and so you might want to do a tank swap there. but this is the normal version, and you know, all of our gear, this is like an old fight, and all of our gear is pretty good, so we didn't need to do a tank swap here. But if you're having issues, then yeah, you might want to do a tank swap because of like the 4 stacks of this thing. Okay, but again, if you're running this through duty roulette, usually it's not a big deal. Okay, right Giga Slash. The boss is lifting the sword arm over here. It's kind of hard to see in this angle, but that means that side of the stage will get cleaved. So it can do left or right Giga Slash. Okay. There. Swiped it. Oof, this healer took a lot of damage. Okay, right Shadow Slash. So this is the back, and so it happens to just be on the same side over there. Okay, so you don't want to stand over there. Alright, Void Gate. So here we've got circles with 2 circles inside, and you want 2 people in each of these things to soak it. Specifically 1 person per each of these things. If you end up standing in one of these, you get this bleed, but that's something that healers will have to just heal through, because we need to plug up these things. Okay, cool. Alright, let's catch up over here. Deep Shadow Nova is the raid wipe. Fade to Shadow. Okay, so we got the 2 diagonal things. They're going to make the circle AoEs, so you want to go to the other diagonals to avoid the circle AoEs. Okay, so grabbing the sword is standing up. You can kind of see here, the tank knew to start running back because the boss stands up. See, as soon as the boss starts standing up, this person like knew to go backwards, because it's gonna do this animation of like summoning the sword, and then there's gonna be this big circle AoE. And you know, you can get clipped and get hit if you don't like react fast enough to get out of there. Cool, so it has the sword now. Umbral Smash is gonna be the tank buster. And it's gonna swipe 4 times. And then we're gonna get a line AoE tank buster. So definitely make sure you're mitigating for that. Okay, in this version it's the right Giga Slash again. See, the sword is up. I'm trying to get a good angle. Yeah, so the right arm is up, so it slashes that side. Right Shadow Slash, so the Shadow version. Okay, so the back happens to be the same as the back here, so that means it will be this side, because it's the right slash again, right Shadow Slash. So don't go on that side. Void Gate. Okay, this is the towers. So I saw that there were a bunch of people over here, so that's why I ran all the way over here. Just to make sure there was some people over here. Oh, my cat was yelling. Jeez. So yeah, you want at least 1 person in each of these void thingies, and 2 per each of these things. Here, let's go. Let's look at this. This is my unsynced run. See, when it starts standing up, that's when the AoE thing is going to come out. It grabs his sword. It's going to do the thing and then it's gonna raise its arm up. Or, oh wait, we got the tank buster. Umber smash. I'm pretty sure it does the, okay, this is the other tank buster thing. I'm pretty sure it does the left Giga Slash too. Like, I've seen it. I don't know in which run, but is it just right-handed though? Oh, there we go. It just it switches the hand. I was like, is it ambidextrous? Yes, it is. Okay, see, so it can do left Giga Slash. It can do the left one or the right one. Okay, now it switched its hand. Wow, they really put some time into the animation by like doing that. Okay, so left Shadow Slash again. This, and the shadow is in the back. At this point, I knew what to look for. Okay, so that's that. And then, do we get the, yeah, we got these. Okay, so since it was just me here, if you don't have all the things soaked, then we got some damage and like damage downs. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Is this the? Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, is this the Machinier's one? But no, I put the two together for the video. Okay, right Shadow Slash. So it's gonna be on the right side, but the shadow version. And so over here, the shadow's over here. And so the right side of the shadow is on this side. So you don't want to be on that side. Okay, but then there's actually another version here. And the right side is on this side. So you don't want to be on this side. So, yeah, see, so there's two of them. So you gotta watch out. Yeah, this person typed here. You gotta watch out for when these shadows show up. Okay, so I saw this one. And I was like, okay, I think I understand. But then I missed this one. Okay, so there's two of them that you gotta watch out for. Let's see that. Let's see that over here. Yeah. Okay, so left Shadow Slash. So this is the back. So this is gonna be the left side that gets cleaved. But then there's another one over here. And so this is gonna be the other side that gets cleaved. Okay, so it was this side, and it would be this side, right? I didn't get out of the way of either of those. It almost died. Yeah, see, it's hard. I didn't fully understand how the mechanic worked, so caught me off guard. Okay, so now we have this knockback thing. And, oh, it's boss relative, it seems like. Okay. But yeah. So you're gonna get knocked backwards. And you can use your knockback prevention, but you definitely want to position yourself so that you don't fall into the outside stuff. Spawn Shadow. Okay, so this is, you gotta find the tethered one, okay? And then you just keep track of where it jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it went backwards. And so it's this one over here. At this point, I didn't, in this run, I was like, I'm just gonna follow everyone. Okay, but afterwards, we got some people hit with that. Because I think they weren't behind the dog, the shadow wolf, all the way. Yeah, we had some people up here. They were trying to make it back, but they got hit with it. And so it can do a decent amount of damage. Okay. After that, we've got AoEs that are dropping underneath people, and so you need to get out of those. Oof. Yeah. Could kill people. It's mostly just because like a lot's happening real quick, and then with the many vuln stacks, the damage can add up. And this is a rig wipe. Whoa, look at this person. Whoa, what a nice... Oh yeah, I like that weapon. It's Black Mage. They got a cool outfit. Okay, forward shadow implosion. So this is the shadow, and it's the forward one, so it's gonna be like this. Okay, so there's a second one over here, and so it's gonna hit this first, and then the other one is gonna hit like this. Okay, and there's this one. Deep Shadow Nova is the raid wipe. Fade to shadow. The ones in the corner. So we're gonna go to the corners, but okay, so here this mechanic is thrown in there. Forward implosion, and so the boss is facing that way now, over there. And so that means it's gonna cleave that side. And so this is the safe corner. Okay, see? So it showed the cleave, and then it has these. So if you're trying to run over, if you're gonna try to run over, it's better to run like this person did, just straight through, because you have a smaller chance of being in the AoE. But if you do what this person did and try to run around like this, you're probably gonna get clips. Yeah. Okay. They tried to zoom through, but they didn't make it in time. Hang on. Oh, GA was able to run through. Yeah, and then the healer was able to make it through. The tank was able to make it through, but they're also the tank, so... Okay, so this is the one where it stands up, grabs a sword, so get out of the AoE. Void Gate, so we got the towers to soak. Left Giga Slash. So immediately after the towers, you need to react to this. Figure out where the boss is facing and its boss relative, okay? And get away from that side. The boss happened to be facing this way because the tank was soaking one of the towers over there. Shadowy Eruption. Okay, so we got AoEs underneath us. Then right Shadow Slash. So this is the back. So the right side is going to be over here. Oh, there's another one. And so the right side is going to be over here. So this is our safe spot. Umbra Smash, Tank Buster. Oh, the tank looks like they're dying. No, they're fine. Oh, but they look like they're really dying. Oh, they're fine. I noticed that one of the healers was dying a lot, and they also had a sprout icon. And they were probably new to the fight, which is understandable. Okay, watch out for these AoEs. And so I was definitely keeping an eye on the tank. I accidentally watched this closer to the tank, and that was my bad. So they had to dodge that too. But watch out for the knockback. I used my knockback resistance real quick. Oh, I also popped my invuln because I was running all over the place in the way of stuff. or I might have misclicked because they're on the same hotbar. But anyway, yeah, so you want to use your knockback prevention or make sure you're not going to fall into the outside. Like while you're avoiding these AoEs, you gotta get yourself in position so that you're not going into anything. Spawn Shadow. We got the doggies. Okay, they're tethered. This one's tethered. So they're gonna rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I miscalculated. I thought it was that one. Hang on. One more time. Okay, this one. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it went backwards because I moved my camera. I moved my camera, so I thought it went the other way. But actually over here, reacting to these people running, it was this one. Okay, so dodge that, and then dodge the AoEs that drop underneath you. Okay, the other healer died, and yeah, I noticed that. And so I see that this healer is raising them. And so again, I'm keeping an eye on, you know, the tank and stuff as a tank. And then there's a raid wide, so I was helping with some like heals and mitigation and stuff. Here we go, we got the forward shadow thing, so this is the back. The butt of the thing, so the cleave's gonna be up here. Okay. So people kept dying to this stuff, and so, or they were trying to use the LB, but then they had to dodge stuff. And then people were getting hit with things, and so I was like, okay, we're so close, I hope we don't wipe. Like, as long as we have one healer up and the tanks stay alive and like it should be fine. Yeah, okay, so we had another person die. Tricky business. The tank is almost dying, and so at this point I start, I put cover on the tank to just try to keep the tank alive. And then I start using clemency on the tank to try to keep the tank alive. It's cute when you got a cover on someone. It's like, okay, so then this move, you know, this is a circle one, and it's doing the backward implosion, so this side's gonna get cleaved, so that's why we want to go over to this side. I don't use cover that much, but like I have fond memories of the few times other people have used cover on me. I was just running around like, what do they call it? Like a headless chicken in certain fights. Here, we'll just watch this one until the end. And like my friends would put cover on me. Oh, I died here. Wait, why did I die? Oh, my health is pretty low. I must have stepped in a bunch of stuff prior to this. Oh yeah, it was whatever this was. Oh yeah, okay. I got hit by both the left side ones. This one and this one. Yeah. Yeah, like it was like two different fights. Through the span of like a few years, right? And in both instances, I was just like panic running around. So my friends would put cover on me just so that there would be a line that I could follow. You know, just keep following me. It was funny. One of them was in a near raid that I was not prepared for. And then the other one was in a PvP like frontlines thing. Yeah. I got lost in memories. I forgot we were making a guide. Okay, so we're running behind the doggies, right? Yeah. So in this one we have like the line version that we can hide behind. There's more space. So, and watch out for the AoEs here. Raid Blade. Forward Shadow Implosion. This is the back, so it's gonna cleave up here. Oh, okay. So then the second one shows up, and so it's gonna cleave over here. So stand on this side first, and then move over to the other side. And again, here you can see like the thing show up afterwards. There, and then it rotates this way. And there's his eye right there. Raid Wave. It was so seamless, like the animations. That's why like I never really noticed that it was changing shapes before. Fade to shadow. Okay, we've got the things in the corners. So you go to a corner and then figure out if it's going to do the front or backwards one. It's doing the forward one and it's on the other side, so this is the safe side. Okay, back it up, get out of the circle AoE. Void Gate. Soak up the towers. Wait a minute. It looks like they're not even standing in the actual one, right? As soon as they stepped into here, it's like the other one was already soaked. So technically you just gotta be in the circle, I guess. Yeah, they're like standing in mine. Okay. Okay, I thought you actually had to stand in the like specific thingy, but it looks like there's just, as long as there's two people in the main circle, it's good. Left Giga Slash. Kind of goes off real quick. Okay, yeah, as the tower things are going down, then it's casting Left Giga Slash. So if you notice that and you're on that side, you gotta be able to book it out of there real quick. That's why this person got hit. TF. I was about to say it's pretty cool that this like Shadow Keeper wolf is ambidextrous, but I mean it's doing all sorts of other magic-y things, so you know, like of the things I'm impressed by, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's not like I can do magic-y things, you know? Like I'm just a regular human, and so I can't relate to that, but learning how to write with both hands, that's something I've dabbled with, and so I'm like, that's cool, I can respect that. I don't know if I've ever wielded a sword before necessarily, but I'm sure I have. Yeah, I'm just... Of course I've held a sword before. I'm sure I have. I must have gone somewhere to some like carnival or like theme park and held a sword. Or I guess, you know, it's kind of similar to a baseball bat. Have I tried to swing a baseball bat on both sides? I guess that's kind of like what the boss is doing. Oh, no wonder I like that outfit. It's the one with the high neck. The one you can farm from the drowned city of Scala. I think that's the one. Anyway, cool. I hope that was helpful. Oops. Also, this looks cool, huh? Yeah, I was hanging out here. I actually hadn't done these. I hadn't done the third tier, so I had to go unlock the quest stuff to get the footage and all these things. Anyway, okay, yeah, I hope that was useful. Bye.